Have you ever noticed your grip getting weaker, finding it harder to open a jar, or feeling unsteady on your feet? It might not just be getting older. There's a silent epidemic happening right now, something doctors are calling a hidden public health crisis. It's not a virus, but it's stealing strength, independence, and vitality from millions of adults over 60. And the scariest part, it's caused by a habit so common, so seemingly harmless, that you're probably doing it right now without even realizing the damage it's causing. A recent study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association sent shockwaves through the medical community, revealing that this single habit accelerates muscle loss, known as sarcopenia, faster than almost anything else. It's a habit that makes all your efforts at the gym, all your healthy eating, almost useless. What is this devastating habit? Stick with me, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to expose this hidden danger and reveal 9 other surprising habits that are secretly destroying your muscles. The information I'm about to share could be the most important thing you hear all year for protecting your future health and mobility. Let's get straight to it. The number 1 worst habit, the one that's quietly sabotaging your strength every single day, is prolonged sitting. Yes, just sitting. It sounds so simple, almost too simple to be true, but the science is undeniable. When you sit for long periods, your muscles, especially the large, powerful ones in your legs and glutes, go into a state of dormancy. They're essentially switched off. A groundbreaking study from the University of Missouri found that even on days when people exercised, long hours of sitting negated many of the benefits. Think of it like this. You can't build a strong house by working on it for 1 hour and then letting it crumble for the other 23. Your leg muscles are the foundation of your body's strength and stability. When they weaken, it creates a domino effect, leading to poor balance, a higher risk of falls, and a shocking loss of independence. The scary reality is that for every hour you spend sitting, you're actively accelerating the process of muscle decay. It's a slow, silent erosion of your physical freedom. But sitting is just the beginning. The second habit that's crippling our muscles is poor sleep. We live in a culture that glorifies being busy, often at the expense of rest. But for your muscles, sleep isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. When you sleep, your body enters a critical repair phase. It releases human growth hormone, which is essential for muscle repair and regeneration. According to the National Sleep Foundation, adults who consistently get less than 7 hours of quality sleep have significantly lower levels of this crucial hormone. This means your muscles never get the chance to fully recover from the day's activities. You're essentially running on an empty tank, breaking down muscle tissue faster than you can rebuild it. Over time, this leads to chronic weakness, fatigue, and a body that feels constantly sore and achy. It's a vicious cycle. You feel too tired to be active, which weakens your muscles further, which in turn can make your sleep even worse. Coming in at number 3 is a mistake millions make at every meal: not eating enough high-quality protein. We've been told for decades to watch our fat and carbs, but protein has often been overlooked, especially for older adults. Protein is made of amino acids, which are the literal building blocks of your muscle tissue. Imagine trying to repair a brick wall without any new bricks. It's impossible. That's what you are asking your body to do when you don and give it enough protein. Research from McMaster University highlights that older adults actually need more protein than their younger counterparts to stimulate muscle synthesis. Without it, your body starts to break down its own muscle tissue to get the amino acids it needs for other vital functions. You are, quite literally, cannibalizing your own strength. This isn't just about eating a steak every now and then. It's about consistently including quality protein sources like lean meats, fish, eggs, dairy, or legumes in every meal to keep your muscle-building engine running. Now for a truly insidious one, habit number 4. The overuse of common painkillers. We're talking about non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, or NSAIDs, things you can buy right over the counter. When you feel a muscle ache, what's the first thing you do? Many of us reach for a pill, but a startling report in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences revealed that these drugs can actually block the very processes that help muscles repair and grow stronger. Inflammation is a natural, necessary part of the healing process. These drugs short-circuit that process, preventing your muscles from properly adapting and rebuilding after activity. It's like calling off the construction crew halfway through a job. Not only does this hinder muscle growth, but long-term use can also put a heavy strain on your liver and kidneys, the very organs responsible for filtering toxins and supporting your overall health. Relying on these pills creates a false sense of security while your underlying strength continues to fade. Let's move on to what's on your plate. Habit number 5 is regularly consuming inflammatory foods. This is a huge one. Foods packed with sugar, unhealthy seed oils like canola or soybean oil, fried foods, and processed meats trigger a state of low-grade chronic inflammation throughout your body. This isn't the good, acute inflammation needed for healing. This is a destructive, smoldering fire that never goes out. This constant inflammation directly interferes with muscle function and recovery. It makes your muscles weaker and more susceptible to injury. Think of it as trying to run a high-performance engine while pouring sand into the gas tank. Foods like sugary drinks, pastries, and processed snacks are primary culprits. They flood your system with sugar, causing inflammatory spikes that damage muscle cells and hinder their ability to regenerate. You might feel a temporary boost of energy, but the long-term cost is a weaker, more inflamed body that struggles to maintain its strength. This leads us directly to habit number 6, which might seem obvious, but is critically important: not doing any form of strength training. As we age, we naturally lose muscle mass, a process called age-related sarcopenia. But natural doesn't mean it's inevitable. For years, the focus for older adults was on gentle cardio, like walking. While walking is fantastic for your heart, it does very little to challenge your muscles to grow stronger. Strength training, or resistance training, is the single most effective way to combat and even reverse age-related muscle loss. It aids the act of putting your muscles under a load that forces them to adapt and get stronger. This doesn't mean you need to become a bodybuilder. It can be as simple as using resistance bands, lifting light weights, or even using your own body weight with exercises like squats and wall push-ups. Skipping strength training is like telling your muscles, "I don't need you anymore." And your body listens, allowing them to wither away, taking your strength and independence with them. Number 7 is a habit so fundamental, yet so often ignored: not drinking enough water. Your muscles are about 75% water. When you're dehydrated, even slightly, the consequences for your muscles are immediate and severe. Dehydration causes muscle cells to shrink, which impairs their ability to contract and function properly. This leads to muscle stiffness, cramps, and a significant slowdown in recovery time. A study in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research found that even mild dehydration can reduce muscular strength and endurance. Furthermore, chronic dehydration puts you at a higher risk for conditions like osteoporosis, because when your body is desperate for water, it can pull minerals from your bones, weakening your entire skeletal structure. Water is the lubricant for your entire musculoskeletal system. Without enough of it, everything grinds to a halt. Let's talk about the sweet poison, habit number 8, daily consumption of refined sugar. We touched on this with inflammatory foods, but refined sugar deserves its own special warning. It's not just about the inflammation. When you consume sugar, your body releases insulin to manage your blood sugar levels. Constantly high levels of insulin can lead to insulin resistance, a precursor to type 2 diabetes. But what you may not know is that insulin resistance directly disrupts the process of muscle regeneration. It essentially blocks the signals that tell your body to build and repair muscle. So that daily soda, the sugar in your coffee, or the dessert after dinner isn't just adding empty calories, it's actively working against your muscles. It's a metabolic saboteur that creates an environment where muscles find it nearly impossible to thrive, let alone grow. Next up, at number 9, is a habit that dictates how your entire day will unfold: skipping breakfast or eating a nutrient-poor breakfast. When you wake up, your body has been fasting for several hours. Your metabolism is slow, and your muscles are in a catabolic or breakdown state. Eating a protein-rich breakfast is like turning on the on switch for your metabolism and your muscles. It halts muscle breakdown and kickstarts muscle protein synthesis for the day. A breakfast of toast or a sugary cereal simply won't cut it. That provides a quick spike of energy followed by a crash, and it does nothing to feed your muscles the building blocks they desperately need after a long night. Skipping breakfast entirely is even worse. It prolongs the catabolic state, forcing your body to continue breaking down muscle tissue for energy. Starting your day this way puts you at a metabolic disadvantage and ensures your muscles are playing catch-up all day long. Finally, we arrive at the 10th habit, a silent but deadly oversight, not getting regular medical checkups. You might feel fine, but there could be underlying conditions quietly chipping away at your strength. Things like undiagnosed prediabetes or diabetes disrupt how your body uses energy and builds muscle. A vitamin D deficiency, which is incredibly common, is directly linked to muscle weakness and poor physical performance. Even hidden issues with your liver or kidneys can impair your body's ability to process protein and clear out waste products, both of which are critical for muscle health. A regular checkup with your doctor can uncover these hidden saboteurs before they do significant damage. It's about being proactive, not reactive. Ignoring your health until a problem becomes obvious is like waiting for your house to be on fire before you call the fire department. By then, a lot of damage has already been done. So there you have it. 10 seemingly small habits that, together, create a perfect storm for muscle loss, weakness, and a loss of independence. From the chair you're sitting in, to the water you're not drinking, to the checkup you've been putting off. The good news is that knowledge is power. Now that you know what these silent destroyers are, you can take action, stand up and stretch every 30 minutes. Prioritize 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Add a source of protein to every meal. Reevaluate your use of painkillers. Ditch the sugary drinks and processed foods. Incorporate simple strength exercises into your week. Carry a water bottle with you everywhere. And schedule that doctor's appointment. These changes aren't drastic, but their cumulative effect is profound. It's the difference between a future of weakness and dependence, and a future of strength, vitality, and freedom. The choice is yours, and it starts today. Thank you for watching. And if this was helpful, please subscribe for more essential health tips. Stay strong.